Oh, there he is.
I'm back. It's the Ignite Your Purpose podcast. We're back. We've been away for a few shows. We've been away to get on with life, actually. A challenge that we all face, but we'll do this as and when we can. This is episode 184 of the Ignite Your Purpose podcast. There's myself, Healthy Funky Free. There's Mossimo, who's the inside of the deal. And each and every day we bring hopefully our positivity and our experience and knowledge and trials and tribulations and learnings to you all, so you don't necessarily have to make all of the same mistakes that we've made. And we made a few. Max, tell them who we are, tell them who we're not, and then I'll tell them what I think the show is going to be about. And we'll go from there. Unbelievable. So the very second I click over to Max, he pops off. But this has happened a few days recently, and so I will just continue to ramble for a few moments. The title of the show is called Fighting the System. And it's not really a shout out to fight the system, it's a shout out for us all of the listeners, to try and come up with some ideas of how to fix a broken system. A couple of months ago, Max and I spoke about giving away our... Are you back, dude? No, he's not back. About giving away our power, about giving away the responsibility that we all have, because we all default to the man or the tradition or the rules or the lifestyle or the must-haves. And so we just thought we'd talk about that. And this in particular is because somebody I know said, oh, the consultant said if I have this injection, it'll make it all better. Whereas if I was a consultant, I'd be saying, go away and lose 6 stone or 80 pounds, and that will make it all better. But they can't say that because of reputation or ego, or because the capitalist money system is all tied up in, if everybody gets well, we don't need any pharmaceuticals. If everybody gets well, we don't need fast foods. So we're just going to bounce back and forth on this idea. Max, as always, will have plenty to say. Oh, we are Ignite Your Purpose. We talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle, a mix of mental, physical, and spiritual knowledge. We like to call it the mind, body, soul trifecta. Always negative to positive. So Max, hopefully you're back. Hopefully you've been listening, caught some of that, and we'll just keep rambling until we don't.
Beautiful. On this episode, John, let's take the nice guy gloves off and call a spade and cut the bullshit out here, and call it for what it is. I've had numerous of the same conversations. We've spoken about this with it being December. Everybody talking about the month of holidays, and I'm sure you're in the same boat where people tell me about it's their cheat weekend, or it's their cheat date night, or it's their cheat whatever. And I question that so deeply, because what the f are you cheating from, man? It's not like you're training to climb Everest, or you're training to be an Ironman, or you're eating shit 24/7, or you're poisoning your body all the time. Most of them, John, and we'll say it for what it is, they are somewhat aware of it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot who are unaware of how deep that maybe you and I go, or some of the people who are practicing a healthy lifestyle go, but they know, okay, you know what, the third day of this fast food or this, buffet in a row probably isn't the smartest choice, but I'm going to go anyway. And then on the weekend, I'm going to do that times 10 because I'm treating myself, right? And we're getting into this December time. We're getting into the whole talk in this. We're going to go deep, peeps, because it is, John mentioned it. We'll call it again what it is. It is the matrix. We are on the plantation. We are still on the reserve. We are still being sold bullshit to keep us down. And health is where it starts. If you do not have your health, you do not have happiness, man. That might be a little bit of a jaded comment, but with health comes so much empowerment. And I agree with John. I think we're being lied to every day. And it takes us as a people, as a race, as ethnicities, to stop being lazy and getting home and getting into that, whatever comfort we're in, and it takes us to take some time to get some knowledge. So hopefully this one lights a serious spark on your ass to make the change. It's almost 2019, people. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So you might as well be as healthy as you effing can, because there's no point in making money till you're 60 or 70 to then spend all that money that you saved on pills so you can live to 90 unhealthily. Johnny!
Yeah, my friend. Yeah, gloves off tonight, man. I hear it all the time. In fact, I'm going to go over what Max said as well. People often say, I have a healthy diet, and I call BS on probably 90% of that. It's a healthy diet in regards or in context with what we are fed on the media. And there's the big thing that last year it was, or the year before, it was gluten-free, and everything's gluten-free, but it's all got, a list of 47,000 ingredients, of which we can't read any of them. This year, it's the rise of the vegan and the vegan movement, and the numbers are skyrocketing. There's a movie on YouTube called Vegan 2018, which basically it's not waving any flags for any particular thing really, but it's just documenting how it's grown through this last 11 or 12 months. And it's very interesting, but you can have a vegan diet and it can still be complete and utter junk food. I went to the States last year, went looking for vegan food. It was just junk all year. Sorry, all the whole trip. And the same with, I know vegetarians who don't eat vegetables, and everybody says they've got a healthy diet, but when we actually break it down, it's only healthy in relation to social, the media, and what we're fed. And I'm happy to have a conversation with anybody. And I'm not saying what I eat is right and it's it and it's all that, but what I'm saying is I've got a pretty decent idea of what goes in this cake hole ain't cake. So,
I was just gonna say, just right there, regardless of your so-called eating plan, when you look on a box or you look at something, when there's words that are longer than my whole body, I ain't putting that in there, John. So whether you eat a certain way, it's like you've said numerous times, it's just, let's start with getting the shit out.
Yeah.
If it's made in under 5 minutes, don't put it in your friggin' body. If you gotta nuke it, don't put it in the microwave. Sorry, John, keep going.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and if you can't read it, don't put it in your body. Another one that comes up is, it's my tradition to eat this way, right? And I say any of us can make up a new freaking tradition right now, this second. We didn't have a God come down from all high and mighty and he carved on a tablet and said, this is your tradition. Somebody made this shit up. Somebody made your tradition up. Somebody made another tradition up. Somebody made another tradition up. And before that, there was another tradition. So make a new freaking tradition right here, right now, to take back your control and your power and your choice of being informed and educated for what is the best thing for you, not based on Google or somebody else's idea. Google tells you what Google wants to tell you. So
there you go.
I think that's pretty much right.
100% is it based on your searches and your algorithms, right? It's going to feed you what you've created it to feed you.
Yep.
Funny, right? It's a never-ending circle. And John and I, as Ignite Your Purpose, one of the reasons we started was like, how did we get here as a people, right? And I say that to say this. We know, and John and I both been through school and all these other courses, and one of the things I always bring up is, okay, we're taught in school absolute truths and facts about the ocean. Yet we know we've only ever studied 3% of that ocean, and we take everything we know as fact. How did we get here with food, John? How did we get here with mindset? How are we here, and why are we here? We're slaves to the system, and that is, some of it's fact, and I don't mean to get into conspiracy theory, but there is a point where we have to take our power back. We have to.
Yeah. Have a good slurp on your tea. Have a good think. So we call this fighting the system. And it might not be fighting the system. It might just be reclaiming your power or your
There you
ability
go.
to weigh up two sides of an argument, or to look at two sets of information and say, well, okay, well, that's that argument. And that's that argument, or that's their point, and that's their point. Let's not argue. There's no need to argue. And then you can make a
Yep.
decision based off that. And if your decision is to go and eat McDonald's 3 times a week and get diabetes and heart disease and all the rest of it, or and you're happy and you just love McDonald's that much, and I'm not dissing McDonald's, there's 1,000 of them out there. Well, that's great, but at least you've made that from an informed decision,
Totally.
from research you've done yourself, and you've educated yourself. And you know what? That's all we can do. But on the flip side of that, if you look at it and you go, well, okay, well, that's factory farm meat. It's full of steroids. It's full of hormones. It's full of all this stuff. Or I can go and, at the very least, have a piece of beef that's been grown on a ranch, free range. It's ate grass all year, and it's been petted by kids and things. It's going to be a happier, healthier, less stressed. I mean, it's still going to die, but you get to make your choice of whether it's A or B, and that's the only place we can start. I just say ask better questions, and if somebody tells you something, think, right, who are they? Where did they get that from? Just keep asking more questions until you're satisfied you've got enough information to make a really good, solid decision for the basis of your health, your longevity, your well-being, and that of the family around you and the people that you support each and every day. So, Max, I don't know if you've got anything to tie this together. I feel if we've not chatted for weeks, we should keep going, but there's only so much listening people can do to you and me.
John, you made a good point, though. I'd like to bring back up was, you know, if you're listening to this and you are happy, you're either ignorance is bliss, or you could really care less. And I know a lot of people that, you know, don't care. They're happy to pop the pills. They're happy to take the insulin shots, and that's so kudos to them, man, because they're happy on their journey. If you wake up with the aches and the pains and you're sick of taking all the drugs and the this and the that, man, try juicing, try this, I mean, just keep trying, man. Like, why wouldn't you want to? My mentality is, why wouldn't you want to put some, like, a juice in your body over a synthetic drug that you don't know nobody knows the side effects to, all of them, right? Because we all interact differently. But again, coming up to this month, there's going to be so much extra weight put on, so much extra booze sucked in, so much extra money spent.
Grief.
Yeah, just start questioning. Yeah. Right on. Just start questioning why am I even here? How did I get here? Why is this a tradition? Why am I even doing this? It's just something we've always done. So, you know what John said? Hey, 2019, let's make a new tradition. Let's make a new start.
Dude, I think this is one of those conversations that we keep bouncing back and forth. You just mentioned juicing, and we have Emma and I, we're having 3 days of juicing to support a client who's juicing for 3 days. And I'm not sure he mentioned this word, but we spoke about, when you change your diet and you start removing things, people talk about restriction and deprivation and going without. And we sat down and we thought, having a juice, and it is decadent. I'm having pineapple that doesn't grow in this country. It doesn't grow this time of year. It's been flown across the planet. I'm having it with mango and apple, and we just think it's absolute decadence. And for the body, it's absolute heaven to be able to take some nutrition in that's got so many tens of thousands of vitamins and nutrients and phytominerals that we don't ordinarily get, but the body's also not getting the stress of having to process all of that, you know, that to digest all of that highly processed food. So it's getting an easy time of it. The liver and the kidneys and the digestive system are giving it, whoa, I've got a chance to do what my body is designed to do, which is to make this human being healthy and vibrant and energetic with glowing eyes and full of energy. I was in the pool at at 5:30 this morning, absolutely bouncing. And I think it's just because I put the good stuff in each day. But that's my choice.
That's it. That is, and it is a choice. Good point.
Yeah, man. I'm out. That's me. I'm done.
That's it. Yeah, you're right. We could keep talking for life. We'll continue this episode tomorrow, obviously. But from you to me, thank you, everybody. We appreciate your time. Keep listening, keep sharing, keep hugging, keep kissing, keep high-fiving us. We appreciate it all. John, we'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Thank you, my friend. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.